Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. I have a staycation vlog for you today. My mum has flown out. I've flown her out from the UK to Dubai. This is her first time she's ever been to Dubai, and I have booked us to stay in a hotel for 5 nights. We're staying at the Banyan Tree, which is one of my absolute favourite hotels here. I've never actually stayed here, but we come a lot for the spa. It's stunning. By the pool, just the restaurants in general, like it's so gorgeous here. So now her and I are going to be staying here. We're going to be shopping, lounging on the beach, going to the spa, just having like a really nice chill holiday together, spending a lot of quality time together. So I'm super excited to bring you along. Obviously this is a huge milestone for me to be able to bring my mum out and to be able to do this for her and for us. So I'll talk to you about that as we go, but yeah, it's really exciting. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So we've just arrived in the room. I'm going to give you a room tour because this is so nice. So the Banyan, I believe, it's an Asian hotel. So I believe I want to say Japanese, but I'm not 100%. But I think, I mean, the robes, I'll show you these bathrobes, it's giving Japan vibes. So I'm not 100% sure, but it's like an Asian themed hotel, which is like so my vibe, like Asian food, the culture, like I love it. So yeah, I'm very happy. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and give you a room tour. So this is, as you walk in, there is a coffee station, mini bar, and then me and my mum are sharing a room. So we have twin beds. We have the desk, the beds, TV, little sitting area. Take you out onto the balcony. It's absolutely gorgeous. The weather here is like 10 out of 10. It's absolutely stunning. And then the bathroom is very cool. This is the bath. Like, how insane is that? Like, so gorgeous. And then we have sinks. Stunning toilet, wardrobe, and that is that. So I think we're just waiting for the bags to come, and then we're going to unpack, go and get some lunch. I'm starving. Maybe lounge by the pool, there's a couple of hours of sunlight left, and see where the day takes us. So we're at dinner. For starters, we got bang bang chicken, dim sum, and duck. It looks stunning. Good morning. So it is our first full day here. It's a Saturday. We've just been for breakfast. Mum is by the pool, as the pool got super busy. I don't know what it is with people going to reserve all of their sunbeds like at the crack of dawn. It's kind of crazy. I didn't expect that at this type of place, but it's an international thing, I think. So we managed to get one, thankfully, because Mum just loves to lie in the sun, me not so much. So she's gone and done that, and I've just come upstairs to get ready to also go and lie by the pool. So I thought we would catch up. I think I gave you a room tour yesterday. I was going to say, I can't give you a room tour because it's a bit messy now because no one's come in and cleaned it yet. But I'm pretty sure I did one yesterday. But yeah, feeling super relaxed. I may have filmed, yesterday we went out for dinner, went to a Chinese restaurant in the hotel. That was lovely. I love Chinese food. And then honestly had an early night, watched Netflix for a little bit, and then went to bed ready for today. And honestly today all we're planning on doing is staying at the hotel, lying by the pool, on the beach. That's it. And then going out for dinner tonight. So I might film a little bit later, but it's the same hotel that I came to in the last vlog for when we were sunbathing. So it's kind of the same vibes. It's actually really nice here and really like calm, peaceful vibes, because I sometimes think with Dubai it can be a little bit pretentious.
Just like I went to the Atlantis, the Royal, is it? I think, or Atlantis the Palm, the newer Atlantis. And we've been there a couple of times for like breakfast and whatnot. I haven't stayed there, but just because we don't really want to. Like, we go for breakfast and everyone, you can see everyone's kind of got their eyes on each other. Everyone's judging each other. From my experience anyway, everyone might have a different experience. And that's just not my vibe. Like, I want to feel like relaxed and calm and just like in my own element, which I guess wherever you go you can make it that way, but when the vibe doesn't feel like comfortable, it's not my vibe. So we didn't stay there. We're staying at the Banyan, and so far, yeah, it's been excellent, so really happy with that. It's cappuccino, but it's a nice latte. Oh my god, so strong. Like,
it's because you've got low fat milk, so there's no sweetness in it at all. I'm stirring mine. The coffee's the coffee.
I get low fat milk. Yeah. Oh no.
I should have just had normal and then we would have compared.
Tastes like burnt beans.
Stir it, it's better.
One thing about me is I'm a coffee snob. Based off nothing. I have no education around coffee, but I know when my beans are burnt. And I hate burnt beans. But I don't like a milky coffee either. I like just right coffee.
Hello, we are just in the room getting ready super slowly for dinner, and I thought I'd pick up the camera and have a bit of a chat. There's something about lying by the pool all day or lying at the beach all day and then coming, showering, moisturizing, being in your robe, like, it's such a vibe. I feel so relaxed, which is definitely what I needed. So I'm feeling very good. So yeah, we are just chilling. I'm sure I picked up the camera earlier. I probably told you, like, we've done nothing super exciting today, literally just lay by the pool. Drank coffee, lay in the sun, and that's been about that. And tonight we're going to an Italian restaurant that's in the resort, so that will be lovely. But something I did want to talk about, which is a topic that I get asked a lot about, and that is lifestyle creep. Like, well, not lifestyle creep specifically. I get asked how I used to manage my money and how I manage my money and how I'm able to build wealth and etc., so on and so forth. But that is lifestyle creep. Like, as a topic, that is the lifestyle creep conversation. And I've brought this up once or twice on Instagram, whatnot, because I see this happen a lot. And look, just to preface and say, there is no right or wrong. Like, everyone works hard for their money. Everyone is 100% entitled to, of course, spend their money and do what they want whenever they want. This is just my personal opinion on this subject because I get asked about it a lot, on how I do things and how I did do things that got me here and got me to financial freedom and, like, on that journey to build long-term wealth as quickly as possible, essentially. And I always say you can't save your way to wealth, right? So it's not like you can just save all your money and not spend and be super frugal to build long-term wealth. But there are some things that you can do. And something that I never fell into the trap of when I first was making like 20k months, 25k months, 30k months was the lifestyle creep. Now, to me, lifestyle creep is when your income starts to increase, so your lifestyle increases with it. So you get a big paycheck, so you upgrade your car, you upgrade your apartment, you upgrade your wardrobe, you upgrade your, the places you go, the people you're with, etc. Financially, like monetarily, you upgrade everything and you start like living on a level, but like upgrading your whole life to live on a new level.
And essentially, when I was making 20, 25, 30, 35k a month as a closer, I lived in an apartment that cost me £1,000 a month, so like 1,500 USD, £1,000 a month. I still have a car in the UK that's a Mini. It's a second-hand car. It probably doesn't even have a resale value. I mean, it's a nice car. Like, I've always kept it clean. Like, I've always kept it, you know, put together, whatever the word is. You know what I mean? Like, I've taken care of it. But it'll probably resell for like £4,000. Like, it's not a Range Rover, it's not anything crazy. It's just like a second-hand car that I had for like 5 years prior to this. So I never sold my car, I never changed my car. The only things that I changed was, one, if you're from the UK, you'll know this, I started shopping at M&S instead of like Tesco. So that was just like a slightly nicer supermarket. So like maybe my food shop went up by like £50 to £100 a month because I just wanted better produce because I cared about that. And then my gym membership. My gym membership went from being £35 a month to £160 a month. And that just meant that I got to be in an environment where I was around other people who invested in their health and well-being. So the vibe was better, the people I was surrounded by were better, the facilities were better. So on my downtime, I would spend my time there, and I would actually go and take my laptop and work there as well. And that's it. So really, when you look at it, my income went from 1.8k a month to 35k a month, and those are the things I changed. And that's how I was able to build wealth. Like, I was able to just get that money and set it aside. And obviously, wealth takes time. So I'm not saying, you know, that means now I'm in a perfect position of my dream scenario. No, I'm ambitious. I want to build for my future, build for my future family and my current family. But I'm saying I was able to get myself out of scarcity as quickly as possible, because scarcity is what's going to keep you broke and what's going to keep you stuck. When you're scared of when your next paycheck's going to be in, when you're scared of taking a risk, when you're scared of investing in yourself because you don't know if you're going to get that reward back, when you have that mindset of, I can't lose this money, I must keep hold of it because I don't know when I'm going to ever get this money again, that is scarcity. And I was able to break free from scarcity, which also then helped me make more money and close more deals, because it sounds arrogant the way I deliver this, but I truly did not care if I logged onto a call and I didn't close a deal, because I had enough money in my bank account that could facilitate my life for 1-2 years. Like, if nothing changed, which obviously I'm ambitious, like I wanted things to change, but you know, you kind of get my point, I'm sure. And that's the point. And that's what I try and tell my girls all the time in my program. Like, it's super easy to go on Instagram and to see everyone living the life that you want, the nice cars. Don't get me wrong, I'd love a Range Rover. There's no point me getting one in Dubai. Like, I don't travel and go out that much to facilitate needing a car right now. And like, cars are super easy to just call and get, and I can work in the back of the car, so on and so forth. So that's my reason why I don't have a car. But I don't have a car in Dubai. I live in a nice apartment in Dubai, but I don't live in like a crazy penthouse that costs like 10, 15, 20k a month. Like, I live in just a nice duplex apartment, me and my partner, in Dubai. I pay for things that are to save my time. So we have a cleaner, things like that, that gives me my time back so I can spend more time with my clients. But I've always valued that, which allows me to build more wealth because I make more money. And exactly the same when I was closing, I would prioritize my health and well-being, which would allow me to make more money. I was detached, I wasn't in scarcity, and that allowed me to elevate. Now, I really took things to a new level, not being frugal by any means, just really wanting to not have the lifestyle creep. Like, I remember the first time I ever came to Dubai, the business class upgrade was £700. And I was panicking. My mum dropped me off at the airport, and I was like, there's no way, I can't spend that, that's a crazy amount of money. And then thank goodness I did, because that was the start of everything. Like, allowing myself to go to that other level really elevated me. And I do think that's important. There's a difference between lifestyle creep and allowing yourself to get to another level and really have a taste of what that is, so you can then work harder. And I had my best year yet last year because I allowed myself to experience the things that I wanted consistently, not just as a one-off. But if you're making 5-10k a month, don't try and keep up with the Joneses. Don't try, and just because you technically can afford the business class flight or you can afford the Chanel bag, in my opinion, don't do it, because it's just going to put you in scarcity. Every month you're going to have to make that money, and if you don't, you're going to be panicking, and if you don't, you're going to lose all emotional regulation. And that's what getting out of scarcity allows you to do. It allows you to build emotional regulation. I used to be such a stress head. If I wasn't closing a deal, if I wasn't making, good money that month, if my close rate dropped that month, I would be panicking, I would be crying, I would be freaking out. And I see people do that. And look, there's nothing wrong with that, because you have to learn to be able to overcome that. But what I'm trying to say is, if you don't put yourself in a position like that in the first place, if you don't live above your means in the first place, then even if for a whole month you didn't make money, you would be okay. And that's now how I live my life. Now that's never going to happen because of the steps I take and how hard I work and everything. But if I just didn't make money for a whole month, I'd be okay. And that's the point. And that's where you want to get to too. And that's exactly how I built the foundation I have now, which then allows me, now me and my mum, obviously that's what this vlog's for, we're staying in a 5-star hotel and we're going out to dinner, or we're lounging by the pool all day, and we're buying this and we're buying that, and there's like we're getting room service and whatnot, and I'm not even thinking twice, because I know that if I spend money and if I treat myself and allow myself to experience new levels and nicer things, I'm just going to make more, because now my brain has registered that this is the norm. This is how it is. But if I was living paycheck to paycheck, if I was, got the biggest suite in the whole hotel, and I was ordering all the crazy thing and this and that and the other, and I was spending my whole paycheck, then I would have to panic and think, well, I need to make this back next month, otherwise I'm not going to have any money, for example, if you know what I mean. So I hope you get my point. I feel like I'm going on a bit of a tangent. Do not, in my opinion, if you want my advice, if you don't, skip past, but do not try and live an Instagram lifestyle. Do not try and keep up with appearances and live for others and buy all these trends and this and that and the other. If you are going to bed at night panicking about if you're going to make that money next month, or if you're going to be able to make it back, or if you're going to be able to close the deals, the quickest way for true peace, true happiness, and true abundance, and to be able to 10x your income, is by having an emergency fund, by not living in scarcity, and by not living above your means, and by not falling into the trap. And even I sometimes check myself and I'm like, well, maybe I should be driving the nicer car, or maybe I should live in the bigger penthouse with the view and this and that and the other. But then I'm like, why? Who is that for? Why would I want to spend all that money for what, when I can live just such a nice life and be able to set myself up for my future and enjoy luxuries? Like, we don't hold back, obviously. We're in a place like this and I am more than able to do this, but without having to think twice, without having to panic, without having to check the bill or see if I'm spending too much or check my bank account, because I've built a bed for myself. I've built that foundation where I know I'm okay, no matter what. If I have to get out of Dubai and get on a flight, I can book a flight. If I need to book a hotel because the one I'm in is I don't know, not as it seems, I can do that. The other day I had an allergic reaction from a facial and literally blew up. Like, it's crazy. Like, honestly, like I've been stung by a bee. And I just paid for to have the doctor come out. Like, when you truly get out of scarcity and you're not living above your means, you're going to have a cushion always, so you truly know you're going to be okay. And that is when a new level of life is unlocked. And that is when you are at your true happiness. You have your true peace. I've never been so happy and so carefree in my whole entire life, because I have always taken care of my future self. And if I want something special, if I want something nice, I'll put it on a wish list. And if I still want it in 6 months, then I'll get myself it for an occasion, so I have a memory. But I'm not there tapping my card left, right, and center, because that will create scarcity. So yeah, that is my 2 cents. I feel so lucky that I have that mindset. I've always had that mindset. I've always had a mindset of I need to save more or have money set aside, have that emergency fund. I don't know why I've got that mindset, but I've always had it. So it's really stood me in good stead. And if you don't have it, I'd highly recommend like looking within and understanding, like, if you're spending all this money and if you're trying to keep up with appearances, who are you actually doing it for? And the highest likely chance is you're just trying to fill a void of being unhappy. You're just trying to create happiness, and those materialistic things or that new car, it's not going to create internal happiness. It will create happiness. Don't get me wrong, I love, nice things, but it's not going to give you that peace that you actually want. Having an emergency fund, having a safety net, having a high income skill that can pay you for the time that you put in and for the work that you put in and for the effort that you put in, that is what is going to create you true happiness. If all else fails, I can just get on a sales call and close a deal. And that is new level unlocked. Absolute new level unlocked. So yeah, thought I would share that lesson with you, because if you're watching this and you're at the start of your journey, or if you're making 5-10k months now and it's super easy to want to upgrade everything and change everything, just remember this, because this will set you up and this will create true happiness. And yeah, I'm a terrible multitasker. Like, I literally can't talk and do my makeup. Like, it's actually crazy. Good morning, good afternoon. It is Sunday. I've had a slow morning. Now we're going to get some lunch just at one of the restaurants at the hotel, lay by the pool, and we decided to move our spa day to today instead of tomorrow. So we are going to have some lovely massages. I booked in for a back reliever with hot stones and a head and shoulders. I get so much tension in my shoulders from sitting down all day, so I'll film that as much as I can. The spa here is stunning. But yeah, other than that, nothing really to say. We're just going to go and get some food and chill out. I think we cut things quite short last night. I'm not sure if I filmed any of our dinner, but we had lovely Italian. But yeah, I'll show you what we're up to today and check in later. Which is an antioxidant, apparently. I look very pale in this light. My hair looks super dark. And then we've been given a peppermint towel to wash our hands, which I can't do while holding the camera, so I'll put the camera down. See you on the other side. I have just finished my treatment. I look like I've just finished my treatment, so excuse me, but it was stunning. Now I'm in the relaxation room. We have some tea and some, I think, nuts and fruit. The thing with Dubai is you get what you pay for, which is what I love. I took a video of the room. We'll see kind of what the quality was like, as the woman was in there, so I kind of found it a bit awkward, but like, it is stunning. I remember coming to a as well for the first time in Dubai, and just being absolutely like, wow. Obviously now I'm a little bit used to it. I don't take it for granted, but I'm a little bit more used to it. But it'll be interesting to see what my mum thinks as she's just in her treatment now. She got a full body scrub and a full body massage. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, they really put so much like care and thought into everything. So yeah, I feel very, very relaxed. Hot stones are like my favorite to have. Like, they make me feel super, super relaxed. So now we're just gonna chill here for a bit and see what happens, really. Go for dinner maybe. We'll see. It's very relaxing. There's nothing crazy going on. We are just spending time together and just having a wind down. So yeah. Good evening. We're just going for dinner. We're going to the same Chinese restaurant we went to first night, I think, because although this hotel's lovely and there's no complaints, there is not actually that many restaurants that I eat at because it's all seafood and I actually really dislike seafood. So we're going back to the Chinese restaurant and I'm going to try something different. And yeah, nothing really to say, just had a chilled afternoon, just done some work on my laptop for a little bit, and yeah. Good evening. So we went for dinner. I was going to show you dinner, but honestly there was nothing to show. Like, it would have just been the same as like 2 nights ago. It was pretty decent. It's more, this, like I said earlier, this restaurant is very seafoody. So if you love seafood, you're like in your element, but I do not. So there is limited choice, which is not a problem. It's still nice nonetheless. So now it's an early night. It is 9 p.m. I've just been doing some work on my laptop. And then we've ordered dessert. Let me show you. I ordered a date pudding with ice cream. And I'm guessing this is something to go on top. So yeah, we're going to eat this, watch a movie probably, get an early night, and then tomorrow is Monday. So I've got a bit of work to do tomorrow. I am meant to be on holiday, but still things have to go forward. Still have to make sure my clients are all okay, so on and so forth. We had our spa day today, obviously. That was meant to be tomorrow, but we moved it forward. So we shall see what we get up to tomorrow. But yeah, hope everyone's good. Have a good evening. Good morning. Well, it's not morning, it's like afternoon. It's nearly 2 p.m. I'm about to start some calls. Only got a couple calls. Just been sunbathing, answering client messages. Mum is still by the pool. So yeah, I've got a couple calls. I want to go downstairs, find a nice spot to do that, and then see where the day takes us. But I wanted to come on here and share even the reason why I'm on this trip. So essentially, my mum and I have never been on holiday. I booked a family holiday last year, but my mum had to have an emergency surgery, so she couldn't attend. So I've never taken away for her birthday. It was meant to be last year, but obviously not possible. And my mum has literally done everything she can in her life to give me the best possible life, even if that means that my parents have had to sacrifice because of that. And people used to think they were absolutely crazy for doing what they did and investing in the horses that I had or the business that I had, because my parents are not well off. Like, we're not, we never like struggled, but we're not well off. And obviously it sounds like a contradiction considering we had horses and whatnot, but if you're watching this and you're of a horsey background, you'll know what I mean. Like, people will spend money that they don't have into that type of sport, and that was us. And I struggled for years because I hated school, and my sister was super academic and went down the education route, and I was jumping from job to job. I had a failed business that we invested thousands into, that, long story short, I had a part to play, but we were also scammed from a manufacturer. So there was a big like devastation there. We lost all this money. I was living beyond my means. I was in an apartment that I shouldn't have been in, and I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I was severely unhappy, like severely unhappy. I used to take naps in the afternoon because I was like, had nothing better to do. And I was so sad. I used to cry all the time. I used to hate my life. I could never, like, I never went on holiday. I didn't go on holiday for years. I didn't like buy new clothes or all the trends, new makeup, things like that. Like, I never had any of those things. I was just living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, feeling absolutely hopeless. And cut to now. And obviously, because I got into sales, I've been able to fly my mum out here business class. First time she's ever done that. I've been able to book us a 5-star hotel, first time she's ever stayed in one. And I've been able to cover the whole trip. Obviously, she's here visiting me in Dubai. And that is such a special thing for me to be able to do. I was able to retire her last year, so she never has to go back to her nursing job. And I'm able to really, truly give us the life that I always knew I was meant for. And it's not about the materialistic things. It's about never having to worry again, never having to cry out of panic of not being able to afford your rent or not being able to afford new clothes or not being able to, you know, budgeting everything when you go to the supermarket, making sure you don't go over a certain amount because it's too expensive. Like, that was my life, not being able to buy a coffee for like £3.50 because I couldn't afford it. That was where I was at. So to be able to do a complete 180 to this side of things, where I know my mum can come here and she can have whatever she wants, we don't have to think about things and money in that way, is absolutely incredible. And it all happened because I took a bet on myself. I spent my last £4,000 on a mentor in sales that I knew about for 3 days, and I just took a bet on myself. And if you're watching this and you're thinking about investing in mentors and whatnot, or you're looking to join my program, for example, and you've just heard that I spent £4,000 on a mentor and that freaks you out, the return on investment in this industry is tenfold. Within 3 months, I was making 4K plus a month, just to give you some context. But that doesn't take away from the fact I was absolutely petrified. And that was all I had. I had a £6,000 car bill that I also had to pay because my car just went in, and I had to make it work. But when you truly invest in a skill where you get out what you put in and you can work super hard, then it's super, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's simple to then be able to build your dream life. Because as long as you're a hard worker, which I always was, then yeah, it becomes quite straightforward because you see a direct correlation of the work you put into the output you get out. And that was all possible because I took a bet on myself on September 19th, 2023. That was the day I took a bet on myself, and I went all in on myself one last time to really make this a reality, because the business failed. I lost thousands of pounds. I was in thousands of pounds worth of debt. These were loans, by the way, high interest loans, some of them. And now I'm obviously debt free. My mum's retired, and this is the life we live. So if this can only serve as inspiration, not to brag by any means. If you know me and you know my channel, you know that's not my personality, but it's just to show you what is truly possible when you take a bet on yourself and you are capable of anything you want in life. Trust me when I say, as long as you don't want it handed to you, as long as you are going to put in the work and you are going to do what it takes, you are capable. So do not let anyone tell you you're not. Do not let anyone doubt you, because everyone doubted me one time or another for different things, because I had crazy dreams, crazy ideas that no one around me made a reality. Don't let anyone doubt you. If you know yourself, and this could be your life too, or whatever your dream life is, this was always my dream life. And I remember saying to my mum, Mum, one day we are going to make this a reality. And one day I will retire, and one day I will do this for you. And I knew in my heart that I would, I just didn't know how. And obviously sales was how. So yeah, I'm just going to leave that with you, food for thought. I have got meetings to attend. Sales was the best thing I could have ever done in my whole entire life. So if you're sitting on the edge and you're thinking you want to do it too, as long as you're willing to work hard, just do it. Just go for it. I'll see you soon.
just had 2 calls. I've got 1 more to go. Let me show you my view. It's absolutely stunning. This is what I love about sales, because as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, you can literally work from wherever you want. So yeah, I'm feeling very relaxed. I've just ordered a snack. I'm gonna have 1 more call, do some more client messages, make sure all my girls are feeling good, and then we'll see where the day takes me. So I'm sitting down with my mum. This is my first time with my mum on my channel, and we're sitting here. So I flew my mum out to Dubai. This is her first time in Dubai. This is her first time flying business class, and this is her first time in a 5-star hotel. And I retired my mum last year, and I've said this many times, but we didn't come from like a super wealthy family. Don't get me wrong, we had a great upbringing, but we faced hardship at times. We invested so much, didn't we, into a business that failed. We were in debt, and you were working as a nurse for so many years, like 12-hour shifts. So what is it like? Give your perspective of this change and how our life has changed since sales.
Well, I think if we go back to the beginning, when Shelley first said, Mum, high ticket sales, something I think I want to go into, something I think I can do, but it's going to be this much, and I've got to be fully invested. I was sort of, didn't have a clue, did not know what it was about at all. But I've always supported Shelley, and I think that's a real big thing as a mum, is you've got to support your children. And she paid for a mentor who was excellent, and she started a high ticket sales journey, and I'm just absolutely so happy for her. But I cannot fathom, I think as mums you won't be able to fathom just how well she's done. It's amazing. I'm so happy for her.
And how do you feel now you're retired, not a care in the world?
Retired, I absolutely adore you. Yay, I'm retired. And I still don't have too many hours in the day to do what I want to do. How strange is that? But yeah, I love it. Best thing and the most special thing you've ever done for me.
And what do you think of Dubai, being in Dubai?
Oh, this is just, it's stunning. It's literally, it's a dream. It's like paradise. It really is.
It really is. Let me show you the view. It's absolutely gorgeous. It feels like we're in like Hawaii or something, I said earlier. Look at that. It is gorgeous. So this is your sign. If you're watching this, show your mum if she's skeptical about you taking this journey on. What would you say to the mums watching this if they're skeptical?
I would say you've got to trust them. You've got to trust your girls, and you've got to let them go. Just let them go and do it, because what is the worst that can happen? You could be sitting here like me.
You heard it first. I'll see you later. Good morning. So it's the final day of our trip. To be honest, I didn't film much yesterday because there wasn't much to show you that we hadn't already done. Obviously with everything that's been happening, we haven't really left the hotel, which has been totally fine because we've had a lovely time, but that just means we've been lying by the pool, going to the spa and eating food. So it's not that entertaining once you've already seen it once. So now I'm going to go back home. The flights have been cancelled, so I've booked Mum an Airbnb literally on the same road right opposite me. So she'll be here for the foreseeable, probably for the next week, which I'm very lucky to be able to do, because I know there's a lot of people that have been stranded at the airports or haven't been able to book accommodation because they've cancelled flights, and obviously
I've been able to just organise that for her pretty easily, so she doesn't have to worry, which again is the beauty of the sales. And I think this whole vlog, yes, it shows a memory, and I'm really excited to share that with you, but most of all it shows what can happen for you and how your loved one's life can change when you learn that high income skill. And that has been huge for me and my family, to be able to give back and spoil them and do everything that I've always wanted to do. So I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.